Hell yeah, it is. That's right. Can't draw too much lower than impact. Oh. Unless you're... that's a good one. Unless you're somebody watching the whole Daredevil show. Why am I getting messages from a Joey? What the hell? Oh, hell. I am getting... You know, it's always funny. I get ready to start these and something new comes up. Oh, man. All right. Well, hopefully sooner or later, Joey Impact stops making, sending me things. He's been sending me like pictures of where he got that new, what is it, DC Savage World stuff. But anyways, enough of me about that one. What's up, World Wide Web? This is E-Daddy Eric Glenn, the angry Motu toy collector guy, whatever you want to call me this week, or I'm just going to say I'm here. We're here to go on a beastly adventure. Tonight, joined in the comment section is my buddy in crime, old Ruddy Buddy. Help fill me in on a few things in there. Now, I was going to sit there and say something, but I just realized, Ruddy, you're the only one here. 5 episodes into this. And I've got 1 subscriber, or 1 viewer. I've got several subscribers, but hell, we're going on a beastly adventure. What the fuck? Oh. Well, Ray, just do me a favor. Just keep posting something here and there on the comment section about anybody that decides they're going to sit here or show up and watch for a little bit, make a comment, get it entered on a special wheel over at the Motu Man Cave. You know, for a special mystery prize. I have no idea what it is. It's something that's going to be completely up for grabs by one Paul Rudman. Oh, Ruddy Buddy. But you got to be a member of the Motu Man Cave. If you're not, you can't be entered. But if you are, say something, like, hit, subscribe, whatever. And you know, it's really bad when Ruddy himself does not even know what the prize is. I'm going to try to give this a few minutes before I kick this whole thing off. I know, maybe we need to advertise, or maybe, yeah, we need to advertise what the prize is. I mean, hell, I don't even know what it is. And so far, I'm the only one on the wheel against the Skelly. Oh, anyways. You know, I go through and I promoted over at the Motu Man Cave, Wally Cat's Corner, King He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, the WaffleCon 2019 page, Lord Destruction Waffles page, the Most Powerful Waffles, and Lucky Legends today. Hell, maybe I need to bribe them with something. Ruddy, if you're serious, that's a minnow card Shadow Weaver, then we'll be sitting there deleting everybody out of here going, all right, no comments. That Weaver's mine. I can't even get that damn lucky. It'd still land on Skelly. I know, I advertised over at Legends. Still only got 7 subscribers. And what's really bad is one of them is Brittany. Of course, most times she can hear this show from the other side of the doorway. So Anyways, might have to step out for just a quick second, but I'll stay on here. I know. There's somebody in Legends or maybe over at King He-Man, you know. Shoot. Buddy, why don't you start blowing up everybody's phone saying, get your asses over to YouTube. Click on E-Daddy's link and he posted on the pages. Now I might have to step out here for just like a second. I'll make sure to put something on to entertain you guys. Because Jimmy John's. So what's for dinner? I'm just waiting to hear the dog bark. But anyways, all right. Enough talking about all that. Figure since we're on a beastly adventure, I'll wear the old deer hunting camo hat for this. That, and I'm not sure where any of my other camo hats went, so gonna do some quick promoting, which I don't know why I'm gonna do this. I'll be right back. There's somebody here. That means food.
What? Did you guys just call him? Like 4 minutes ago. Are you serious? Like, check, come on. Seriously, 4 minutes ago you ordered that? Like they were waiting outside the door. Like they already knew what the fuck you wanted. Well, they know us. It's been a while since we ordered, like, they have half of your Jimmy John's food. They have half of your Jimmy John's sandwich. I just have useful access to play it on my wall. We stay in the file corner and keep a little pain in the ass part of the game.
Alright. It's Tuesday.
What?
It's Tuesday.
You doing your live stream?
Yeah. Everybody watch me like dip out. Sorry, one person watched me dip out. I'm glad I got one faithful subscriber.
You got what?
I'm glad I got one faithful subscriber.
Oh.
All right. There, picked up Jimmy. There, got my Jimmy John's. I'm ready to rock it, dock it. All right, so we're going on a beastly adventure tonight. And it's really funny. It's like reading up on Beastman because everybody else and what happened. I always thought Beastman he was the Beastman. He hailed from somewhere there on Eternia. He seemed like he was a somewhat faithful servant to Skeletor. You could tell he didn't care too much for a lot of Skeletor's BS. Joe, Aaron, Manning, Simpson knew about the giveaway. Go figure. I know everybody knew about it. No one wants to show up. Sorry, just go ahead and just mail it on out to me. We'll put a big old wheel on this one skelly, all me. It's fine. Anyways, going back to Beastman, I tell you what, this whole thing's got me all thrown off tonight. You can always tell though, while he was always there beside it, there you go, that works, Ruddy. Me and you against the Skelly. Hey, wait a minute, that Skelly just means you get to keep it anyways. That's double. Anyways, you get to tell old Biff Beastman, he had issues with Skelly. He really kicked. You get half of Skeletor's plan kind of stupid. But, he didn't, he stayed by Skeletor's side a lot of times. Even when old Bonehead was still somewhat guard and, still Keldor. But, let's face it, I mean, you take a good look at it all. Beastman, he could telepathically control animals. Super strong, agile shit. Which, in all honesty, I don't think that really got showed too much in the Filmation cartoons, but in the 2002 MYP production thing, it kind of showed a little bit more, about how agile he was. And Beastman is one of those guys that, not only could control the different animals and creatures on Eternia, let's face it, one time he did manage to, he was able to control many faces. And in some fodder, he was even able to go through and control Goatman. Now, until I started collecting classics, I really didn't know there was a character called Goatman until I started, looking into all this. And I was like, man, a Goatman? What the hell's this shit? But it was pretty cool, they had that. And really, that would have been really cool if they could have at some point, developed it to where he could have been, the main. Just seeing him go through and break off from everything, say Skeleton, and it looks like I'm really lagging bad. Let him go through and go on his own, and though, because you can tell some of the other henchmen, they probably would have followed with him. I got a feeling Trapjaw probably would have went. Merman probably would have went if Merman wasn't trying to run his own show in the sea. But anyways, you never saw Merman hardly anywhere without his trusty whip, which he could use he snapped that son of a buck, and I tell you what, he was controlling whatever he wanted. That was always thought that was pretty cool. A lot of canon, goes through and they showed him, it's kind of a show, a dope, a little bit show. Big old lumbering oath that, he was faithful to Skeletor. You gotta give him that. He was at least faithful to him. That's, to me, it always seemed like, and especially in the cartoons, where it's Filmation or MYP, kind of like he had that cowardly lion thing going. He's always ready to fight and all this stuff. But boy, when it came around time, he was, once the tides were turned against his favor, he was ready to tuck tail and run. It's one of those things where I swear whenever I get the whole video editing software up, which I have got, so some videos are going to start being posted. Clicking that thing of Cobra Commander going, saying something about retreating. This was interesting, and I hadn't really thought about this before, or even noticed this before. But apparently, in the 83 Golden Motu books, it was said that he was originally a human from here on Earth, and was in the space shuttle with Marlena, and got hit with some evil magic and transformed him into the Beastman. Since his name already was Biff Beastman. But Yeah, so I mean, you go by that one, yeah, he was. Look at that way, he's kind of created that way. The Ladybird books, that was pretty cool. They did show, show him as being able to swing from trees. Most of the canon was all the same, really, to be honest. You know, until we got what was one of the worst representations of anything Motu, and that was that damn movie where he just grunts and he's one of Skeletor's lackeys. Yeah, those probably be a 3 take off and create their own little thing going. You know, yeah, canon for the whole 2000X series, pretty much same as what we've gotten all along. Faithful servant Skeletor and all this. But the MV Creations comics. Now, I didn't get all those, and I'm gonna have to really try to find those, pick them up, because it sounds really cool as far as his backstory goes. Was he was a native of the Berserker Islands there in Eternia, and got Keldor comes along, sees old Beastman. He knows he's wanted. Beastman's wanted for murder throughout Eternia for savage murders he committed. Thinks he can go through and tame him, use him to his advantage. And Keldor, basically, from what I was reading up and understanding, he got his ass whooped by Beastman. Beastman was ready to eat him. Till they got captured there on those islands, on the Berserker Islands. And they managed to escape. And Beastman went through and he, pledged his allegiance to Keldor. After witnessing Keldor's powerful magic and everything, and even after Keldor got transformed into Skeletor, he stayed right there with him. Now, reading up on the classics canon that pretty sure came on the back of the cards for Beastman. Let's see. It says fur was as red as the victim's blood and was one of his first recruits, which pretty much goes with the same thing as the MV Creations fodder. And like I alluded to earlier, he was actually able to control Goatman. So that was pretty cool. Now, in the DC Comics, it was much like all other fodder. He was one of Skeletor's henchmen. And, had a pretty savage side to him, but also like a savage sense of humor, I think's the way to put it. And it sucks because in the end of that series, he got basically him and I'm trying to think, who was it? Him and Trapjaw got caught by a device that was stuck in a Triclops visor and got all blown up. No one ever knew if he survived. Of course, anybody read those comics knew that there was a scene where, they were a possible future, where King He-Man had went bad and in a way, and there was Beastman there with wearing Battle Kata's fur suit, serving He-Man. But luckily, with the way everything went, that luckily never happened. MV Creation and stuff created by Val Staples. Say what you want about the org, but they told some good sources. Yeah, from what little bit of the MV Creations comics I have picked up, it is some really good reading, and I'm gonna love at some point going through and getting the whole set there, so I can go through and just sit back and read them at some point. I always thought that was, there was. With the comics, you always saw like different stories here and there. The DC line did some great stuff as far as the stories go. I do have to admit, I always enjoyed what DC did a few years ago with the prequel stories, like the 6-issue mini series that came out before they started doing Master Universe and then did Eternity Wars, showing, that, hey, something happened. Skeletor actually won. Erased the minds of them, and everybody was in control of keeping an eye on Adam and Randor. And, one of the first ones to be seriously keeping an eye on them was Beastman. And of course, he was the first one to screw up too. Adam got away. Going through and trying to find his way about getting back to being He-Man, getting the power sword back and all that. But yeah, overall, Beastman, whether you love him, whether you hate him, you gotta admit he was a faithful feller and one of the original OGs in the Motu universe. And he was actually, in the first ever comics that come out, for the Motu line. And which they showed him, being absolutely blood red. He was nothing but red. So that was a pretty cool thing to see. Now, when it got to the comic Vengeance of Skeletor, he went from being the completely blood red Beastman. Oh, we got a competitor on tonight, Ruddy, Mr. Joe Amato. Feller got me back into seriously collecting. Yeah, a Joe Amato sighting on here. Holy crap. Anyways, yeah, Beastman, started being blood red. Eventually, the coloring. all because really the lumberjack He-Man I had you make and everything, and that really got me back into collecting, the classics. I'd already been collecting vintage. Ready, you're gonna make this a great prize now. It's me and Amato. Wait and see who else shows up. But anyways, so we're all mainly here to other than me talk about the character, to show some of the toys we've gotten over the years for the characters. So one of the originals managed to pick up, of the first line wave was old Beastman. Now, the only thing he got on here is his little bicep pieces that have broken off over time. Always orange, had that white face with the little blue cheekbone areas. And his old trusty battles. Crap, I'm losing my track of mine on everything now. I keep thinking about this damn wheel. Thanks a lot, Ruddy. Overall, damn good character and everything. Like always, here he is with his whip. And it's really weird because in all the reading and everything I was doing, see more about, what all they done with Beastman's canon. I don't hardly ever remember seeing him use a gun. I really don't. Supposedly there was a time or two. But, let's face it. Beastman, he always held up pretty good over time. He's also got that same issue as the Super 7 Skeletor. He don't go very far. I don't know if it's because of his armor or what, but like I said, he still holds up pretty well. I swear, I cannot get a quiet night around here. Things I can hear, and hopefully you guys can't. Anyways, back to what I was going to. With Beastman is one of those toys that I know probably most of us always played with. You know, whether we could keep all of his stuff or not, that was always the miraculous part, and especially trying to keep a hold of his whip. I actually got lucky as far as his whip goes. And I was going through and I was doing a house clean out, prepping it for a flip. And the people who lived there prior to us getting a hold of it, they didn't even know there was a bunch of stuff up in the attic. And then there was a bunch of Motu toys in there. So, and there was Beastman's whip amongst all that stuff. So I was able to recover that one. But anyways, yeah, Beastman's held up pretty good over time. Now, 2000X rolls around. They release those. You get that slow, lumbering looking Beastman. Had his whip. Had an awesome looking chest armor thing going. That was pretty damn cool and badass. And I do like how the classics would kind of incorporate the way that one looked onto the toys. But once again, you had that statuesque looking figures, and I looked all over the place for this thing. I don't know if Little Man went through and he hijacked it somewhere or what. I just realized somebody's been really messing with my cameras. And if anybody's wondering where my WaffleCon poster went, it kind of hit the floor. So anyways, yeah, we got that with the 2000X. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm thinking there was a snake armor version of Beastman that came out with the 2000X line. If there was, I never did see it. Of course, I didn't really get into collecting the 2000X all that much. I remember I got Prince Adam and He-Man and Skeletor. And like I said before, I think my reaction was, what the hell? You know, there was like hardly any articulation. Shoulders moved up and down. You can move the legs front and back, and that was about it. Something that we'll get to in later episodes. So anyways, so we go on down the line. Classics start rolling around. Mattel starts putting out figures again. And of course, you know, we get one we all want. We got Beastman in the classic style with his whip. They put the spikes up on his chest armor. Really cool looking right there. You know, and they made a variant of him of the red mini comic version. You know, and he had all these different points of articulation. And I don't know about anybody else, but I mean, other than really, I think the only thing I ever had an issue with is trying to get him to stand up correctly to where he would stop like leaning forward and then eventually falling over like a drunk guy somewhere. But no, Four Horsemen and Company, Mattel, they really did a great job, you know, really showcasing everything for Beastman. I was really glad to get him in early on in my collection. All right, there's a 2000X repaint, but no snake armor Beastman. Okay, see, I was wondering about that. I was never really sure somebody that I was talking to somewhere was saying something about, oh yeah, there was a snake armor Beastman for the 2000X line. And I'm like, never seen that one before. So anyways, yeah, we got that one. And then, later on we would get some other cool stuff from them, including whenever they decide to do their Club Grayskull line. They made sure to give us a Filmation accurate looking Beastman. However, I do not ever remember seeing him ever hardly carrying a shield. I could be wrong. Maybe I missed it. But still, I mean, this right here was pretty damn spot on for what, how the Filmation character looked. As great, as awesome. The only thing I didn't care for also with this toy was they decided to do something with the whole feet thing and where it would go from side to side, and thus giving the ankle joints a little bit more looseness to where you really had an issue, getting them to stay on there. But Beastman, he was an absolutely awesome figure to get, whether it was the classic style or the Filmation style that Maddie would give us. Now, luckily, it's one of those characters that so far I'm counting, and I know it's coming. That Super 7 is yet to get a hold of and release one. I know it's coming, so before Ruddy goes through and ruins my evening, I know that figure's coming. I saw it. Yeah, it's one of the 5.5 vintage ones, and I'm both counting down and dreading the amount of days coming before those get released. And the only reason I say that is I did happen to, over the weekend, pick up a couple of the of Super 7's 5.5-inch figures. Managed to get a hold of both He-Man and She-Ra. He does. Brian Flynn will get blamed for more shit on this show than Barack Obama ever will anywhere. And that's all I'm going to say about that one, because I'm not going into the political forum on here. But anyways, that's what we got from Maddie. Now, we have gotten other little toys over the years. One of them was the little, man, I can't even remember who does these. Oh, the Loyal Subjects figures. We got the unflocked Blood Red Beastman, complete with a whip. Which I always thought these little guys looked really cool, from the get-go. Of course, I ain't like some of my friends that went all hog wild on collecting them. Of course, then, we got our normal Beastman that we're all used to. Big old orange feller. The only thing I did notice is like his armor in the back went way out too far. Now, there was a chase variant, I guess, Ruddy, I guess you would say. But anyways, we got the flocked Blood Red Beastman, which I was lucky enough to actually get gifted to me by old Ruddy. And which, honestly, he looks a lot cooler looking than the regular red one did. So I was like, sweet. And then, we got the Mega Constructs Beastman, which, hey, I wonder what happened to part of his other armor. Probably went around somewhere. But I think even with something that small, they did a pretty good representation of what Beastman was supposed to look like. I really did think that. I really liked that one. Makes me kind of wonder if it wasn't something that. No, he had it. It's fallen off somewhere. I had to look at the Mega Construction when I still got it boxed up. Yeah, Ray, you're definitely right. This was definitely one of the cooler, chase figures to get a hold of, without a doubt. And of course, any collection really wouldn't be complete unless you got a hold of Funko's Pops of Beastman. They gave him the whip, all the right coloring and everything. This is the flocked one. And even the unflocked one, you still got the same goodness and everything there. Made him look very awesome looking. And you think these videos suck now? Imagine how much you're going to suck once I figure out how to get that video editing software to work right and I start posting these videos, still doing them live. Did find me a little Lego knockoff of Beastman. I always thought it was kind of funny because it looks like they gave him like a little hook for a weapon instead of something that looked like a whip. But I guess they were trying. Still made him look kind of cool, even though they gave him like a helmet on there. Yeah, we got what we got. But anyways, yeah, that's most of the toys, that's come out for Beastman over the years. All in all, they've made him look pretty damn good. Some of the articulation point on the classics, Club Grayskull, kind of loose, tight and all that. Kind of loose on it, not so tight. Easily fall over, make him look like a drunk sailor somewhere, but you know what? They kept on point for what he's supposed to look like and everything. Now, anybody that saw my promo thing earlier today probably wondered, I've showed everything that was in that promo thing. Except for one thing. I love creating Motu figures. I really do. Creating different variants of figures or different looks on them, stuff like that. Or making different characters, from other genres, other things, into the Motu universe. A lot of people have seen my Ash Williams Motu figure, along with my attempt at Jason Voorhees that looked more like the dude from Mad Max. And a lot of people have seen my Anti-Eternia set that I've made, which I'll be sure to show those whenever I get around to doing Anti-Eternia He-Man. But see, back in the day, back when King Grayskull had his Masters Universe, he had on his side, on the side of good, he had Beast Lord. Now, this was my take on it, because getting to take a good look at it, everything, doing some research about Beast Lord, he actually looked a lot like Beastman did. So, used some parts from Chief Carnivus and Beastman, and made myself what I thought, Beast Lord should look like. Kind of proud of that one. He stays in my personal collection, to say the least. But anyways, Beastman, great figure, great toy. It's been done well over years, and they, canon-wise, story-wise, most of them all stayed the same. He was a little bit slow, a little bit dim-witted, but he was strong as hell. Yeah, he did have his opinion a lot of times, but you know what? That's what he did. That was just him, and it was great. See something like that. A lot of them managed to keep to it. I'm trying to think if there's something that I missed. let's see, yeah, when I was reading up, Filmation put on there is like had him originally portrayed as vindictive and nasty, often disagreeing with Skeletor, but as time went on, more of a bumbling henchman. That was their take on it. No matter what, appreciate having Beastman in your collection. It had to be one that just about everybody had. You really couldn't have especially in the early days, you really couldn't call your collection anywhere near complete if you didn't have Beastman, because if you had Skeletor, you had to have Beastman. That was like, to me, honestly, that was like Skeletor's right-hand man right there. He needed something done. There was Skeletor, or there was Beastman there for him. Later on, he started going more to the other ones, but Beastman stayed pretty tried and true to Skeletor's side. He's one that I honestly thought, and this is kind of like something that I think Rudman was talking about last week when I was talking about Merman, was I could have seen Beastman going through and being, a gun for hire, basically, playing both sides. Like, hey, Masters, hey, you guys need something done. You don't want Skeletor and his cronies coming through, the jungles and all this shit. Let me know, I'll hook me up somehow and make sure this crap don't happen. I could always see him doing something like that. Especially with the way, when he sometimes, kind of had an attitude towards Skeletor. But I really wish they would have done something to where they had showed him, going off on his own, going off with some of the other evil warriors and doing his own thing. To me, that would have been great to have seen. Not going to discuss much about the 87 movie version because, to me, all right, design-wise, the way they made him look, if they hadn't have said his name and said who he was in the movie, I would have sworn that was Grizzlord. I look more like something they should have used, if they were going to bring the Horde and everything into it, and that'd been Grizzlord. They showed him as one of his henchmen that once everything got going in Hero's favor, him and Evil Lynn and company, they were gone. They hightailed, said, screw you, Skeletor, we're gone. You're on your own. Surprising me that all of them didn't do it at some point in time or another. But anyways, that is my take, my personal opinion take on the Beastman. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button, which I see my 2 viewers did that. And make sure to subscribe. Tell your buddies about it. We're trying to get this going. I want to thank everybody there on Facebook, over at the groups I'm part of now. Lucky Legends, Most Powerful Waffles, the Lord of Destruction Waffles, the WolfCon 2019 page, King He-Man Masters Universe, Wily Cat's Corner, and is that anything else has to be said about, the Motu Man Cave, the exclusive Elites Corner for the Motu Universe. Without them, I don't think this would have actually gotten started. Now, next 2 weeks, I'm going to do something a little different. It's going to be a 2-parter, without a doubt, and I'm going to probably do some little video editing work one of the two. But anyways, being the Christmas season towards the end of the year, we're going to cover Prince Adam and He-Man. Because depending on how the canon looks, the two are intertwined. All honesty, while they're intertwined, Prince Adam wasn't the original. So we got a lot of covering to do on that one. Plus that end next week, I'm gonna do it. Talking about this earlier. When I found this earlier, went and bought it. We're going to take this fella right here on out of his packaging. Take a good look. I don't know who all can see it now. Maybe kill that light a little bit. Crap, I can't do it. His armor ain't even buckled on tight. Or buckled on at all. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go through and we're going to tear into this thing. Yeah, I know. It's going to fall apart probably whenever I take it out of the box. Out of the packaging. All right, with that being said and done, thank you to Paul Ruddy Buddy Rudman for helping me out through all this and everything. And thank you for everybody that showed up, mainly you, Joe Amato. Also, don't forget to catch the oh crap! Now I done forgot what that's called too. Joe, what is that podcast called on Sundays? The Fans of Power podcast with Joe Amato and Tyler Baker. It's always something very interesting, to say the least. Just anybody that's watching it, reading the comment section, ignore anybody with the abbreviation of, or with the name abbreviation of ABF. I'm not going to go there, Ruddy. I said I'm going to about ABF. That's it. I'm going to do it. Anyways, I'm E-Daddy Eric Glenn. That was our beastly adventure about the Beastman. Till next week. Y'all be safe, be good. Peace out. I'm gone.